Shane and Jeffree series, the makeup collection, and so much more.
I am so happy Selena is back this year and she is thriving.
For real though. James and Tati have both moved on and they are both killing it right now. Hello everyone, what is up? I'm Emile Ennis Jr.
I'm Sussan Mourad and happy Thanksgiving weekend. I mean, it's still Thanksgiving weekend,
Yeah,
right?
technically it's the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Exactly, hope you're having a great weekend. We thought with it being Thanksgiving weekend, we wanted to bring you a different style of show. And we thought, what better way to bring you Celebrity Lowdown than a celebrities and YouTubers we give thanks for this year when it comes to stories and content.
Now, of course, we give thanks to all of our favorite celebs and YouTubers, but this episode is more about a rewind of some of the biggest stories and headlines this year, which gave us some major stories.
Kicking it off with two YouTubers we're so thankful for on this Thanksgiving when it comes to giving us lots of great content to cover, and that is Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, who blessed us with so many things this year, Emile.
Of course, starting with Shane's series that kicked off with the beautiful world of Jeffree Star, and we had Katie Turner here. Remember, she was in the trailer and in the series.
Thankful for
and
that.
two, not only did we get the series, but we also got Shane's very own conspiracy palette and collection with his launch into the makeup world, plus other products and of course the merch.
That's right, and Shane had us on the edge of our seat and literally jumping at shadows for weeks waiting for details of the series to drop.
Yeah, and then once the first episode dropped, we were holding our breath for each episode to follow. I mean, it was such a fun series to watch, and we learned so much about what goes on behind the scenes in the world of makeup, and particularly Jeffree's massive empire.
Yes, and the cherry on top was getting our hands on some of the actual products and merch.
Now, even though the series was amazing, the palette and the whole collection was incredible, of course it didn't come without some drama of its own. You will remember that some fans were upset because they thought that Shane used the James and Tati scandal as clickbait in the trailer to get people to watch it.
That's right, but Shane did take to Instagram Live with a 40-minute stream to explain why the drama had not actually been shown in the series yet. And he was really honest and raw and went into a lot of detail, but basically he didn't want to bring up all the old pain for everyone again because he felt that everyone had moved on from it, so far from it. And a lot of the people who would be watching the series were also getting a lot out of it, and there were people that he was potentially going to be talking about. He felt like people had really come together in the beauty community in a way through his series, and he didn't want to ruin that.
Yeah, completely, because the series and palette launch was such a positive experience for Shane, and he didn't really want to muddy it with drama and that tea once everything was said and done. Of course, we did get some closure in the finale. I mean, it is a finale, so there's going to be closure.
Yeah.
And we're thankful for Shane and Jeffree for the series and the makeup collection. Just thanks.
Well, moving on, of course, from Shane and Jeffree, we need to mention Tati and James. And of course, we're not thankful for the scandal because a lot of people got hurt, but we are thankful that James and Tati have both moved on individually from that drama and really grown from the experience, and they are both really individually in a great place right now and thriving.
Yeah, we know nothing was really the same after Tati came out with her Bye Sister video where she called out James Charles over multiple things, which we aren't going to get into today. But as you know, James hit back with his own video, No More Lies and Receipts, which really turned the beauty world upside down.
Thankfully, and as you all know, things took a turn and everything got better for both James and Tati. We don't really know what's happened behind the scenes in terms of their friendship, but they're both in a really great place right now. I mean, James got the millions of subscribers he lost back. He continued to live his best life after some time away from YouTube, and he also released multiple sized offerings of his Morphe palette, his new show, and so much more.
Tati also launched her first palette under Tati Beauty, which was a major success. And overall, I think we're all just thankful that they were able to put this behind them, learn from this experience, grow, and move on with their lives.
We need to talk about our girl, Selena Gomez. I mean, after 4 long years, she delivered with some of her most epic music yet.
Yes, we weren't ready for everything that was Lose You to Love Me. That not only gave Selena her very first #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, don't come for me with my singing, but man, the lyrics were so revealing. Selena opened her heart and let us all into the way that she felt about her ex Justin Bieber, and of course how quickly he moved on with Hailey.
And while Selena told us she had to hate Justin to love herself, she also told us in subsequent interviews that she's in a much better place, as those lyrics were written when she was still very raw after the breakup.
Right, then literally a day later, while we were still getting deep in those lyrics, Selena dropped Look at Her Now. It was a surprise and we were shook. That was also a reflection of her post-breakup, but with a much different tone, upbeat, happy, and living her best freaking life.
Man, that song is still on repeat. Honestly,
so good.
it makes you feel happy just
All the
listening to
time.
it, but then watching Selena in the clip at the same time, I'm like, Of course, amid all the joy and excitement, Hailey Bieber got wrapped into what many people thought was her response to Selena's revealing lyrics, but she shut it down, saying her posting a screenshot of Summer Walker's "I'll Kill You" had nothing to do with Selena.
Yeah, and of course, Selena also went on socials to say she didn't want her fans being mean to anyone, and many took this as Selena telling fans to go easy on Hailey and Justin, obviously.
But everyone in this story seems to be in a great place right now, and that's something we are thankful for, and especially for the return of our girl Selena to our ears and to our feeds.
Yes, but of course this brings us to someone else we're really thankful for this year, and that's Taylor Swift and everything that Lover brought in 2019.
So much teasing, Emile, and excitement over the release of one of Taylor's biggest and best albums yet.
Oh my gosh, we got so much incredible music videos. We also got the diaries that we had in our very hands on one episode of Lowdown.
Yes, we also got the drunk Taylor meme of her celebrating her successes, which is still a gift that keeps on giving. I don't want to wreck my hair, actually.
No, don't ruin your hair. Don't ruin your hair. But the album even reunited the former frenemies, Taylor and Katy, who became friends again over home-baked cookies, and then sealed the deal with Katy's cameo in You Need to Calm Down. You know, the burger and the fries.
But with all the highs for Taylor this year, there also were some lows.
Yeah.
Big Machine label, Tay's former label owned by Scott Borchetta, was sold to Scooter Braun for $300 million, along with all of Taylor's old masters. And we all know that this was a gut-wrenching experience and heartbreaking for Taylor.
Yeah, and not only that, it played out in the media via Tumblr posts, social media posts, and official statements between all three involved. And then there's a news of claims that Scott and Scooter were stopping Taylor from performing any of her old music at the AMAs for her Artist of the Decade award performance.
And after Taylor went public with the news, Scott and Scooter made claims that it wasn't true, but then Taylor's team had receipts to show that it was true. But then shortly after that, it was reported that Taylor had the actual rights to perform her old music at the AMAs if she wanted to.
Yeah, then Scooter came out on socials to plead with Taylor to talk with him so they can resolve it because his family was getting death threats.
Man, it was just a roller coaster
Yeah.
of a year for Taylor, especially around this issue. But putting aside the hard times for Tay, this year has been an incredible one for her and for us too, and that's why we are so thankful for her this Thanksgiving and just in general this year. We're so thankful for her album and everything else she's shared with us.
And we need, of course, to include SHAWN and CAMILA. Yes, they sent us on what felt like a wild goose chase for weeks trying to determine if they were really a thing or not, which all started after they blessed us with one of our favorite songs of this year, Senorita.
Oh yeah, and after a number of weeks and a number of public makeout sessions, or should we say a lot of those, it became pretty clear that SHAWN and CAMILA were the real deal, and before we knew it, they were confessing their feelings in interviews and social media, and not keeping as tight-lipped as they were when we were first speculating about this relationship.
Oh, but we also have to mention that fishy kiss thing.
Do we have to?
Yeah, I mean, how can we not mention that? You know,
I mean, we're not entirely sure if we're actually grateful for that particular video, but we love the fact that they just poked fun and absolutely went for it when it came to trolling everyone about their opinions on how they kiss.
Yeah, and of course, SHAWN and CAMILA and all the craziness their stories brought, as well as their music, are things that we're grateful for this Thanksgiving.
There are so many more celebrities and YouTubers we're grateful for this year, and honestly, if we went through the entire list that we want to mention, we'll probably be here speaking till Christmas time, and we can't do that. So we're going to squeeze a few more in with our fire round. I mean, we need to mention Euphoria and Zendaya because, duh, obviously, both Z and the entire cast of the series had us obsessed, and we cannot wait for season 2.
But we also have to mention Ariana Grande because she has given us so much with her killer music and videos this year, from Thank You Next, 7 Rings, her Don't Call Me Angel collab, the Sweetener World Tour, her Coachella performance, and of course, Boyfriend with Social House that also had us on a wild chase of are they, aren't they dating? You remember.
Of course, and we also need to mention BTS because they have given us so much this year, from the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself tour, Map of the Soul persona. Basically everything that BTS has given us this year has been something we are so thankful for.
And last but not least, and remember, we couldn't include everyone, but we are grateful for Billie Eilish because duh.
Because duh. Do we need to say more? All right, so last week, we didn't have an emoji challenge for you guys.
Nope.
But we told you about changing up some of the photos on the back wall, and you guys were a little bit sorry that a little bit hard to see some of the new photos. That's because, I'll just be honest, when we were filming, you could actually see them really clearly.
Yeah.
But when it came to seeing the video in post-production, they were kind of a little bit blurry. But we are going to be updating a lot more, and especially some of the really big ones, so that you can see them clearly. But if you managed with your X-ray special vision to pick and notice that we have added Halsey over there, which is just beneath the hello sign, and then you've got David Dobrik, who I think we need to give him a bigger photo.
Yeah, and then on this wall, right at the top left is Noah Centineo,
Yeah,
and you can
really-
barely see him. And if you got him, then that is impressive. I don't know how you got him, but yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a specific challenge for you today, but we do want you to drop your very best Thanksgiving-inspired emojis because, I mean, there's quite a few different ones.
Yeah.
Like, there's the turkey. There's the pumpkin if you want to consider that as Thanksgiving. So drop us your take on Thanksgiving with emojis in the comment section below.
Yes, and I have already moved on to the next holiday season, but guys, we want to talk about what's happening in the pop culture and entertainment world next week, starting with the Kiss FM Jingle Ball. Is always a blast. So many of your favorite artists are going to be there, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and we need to mention some birthdays. We got a lot happening this week. So we've got Zoe Kravitz, Philip DeFranco, Jay-Z, Britney Spears, it's Britney, beep, and Charlie Puth, and BTS's Jin.
Yes, but guys, we have one more thank you to say. Thank you so much for watching Celebrity Lowdown each and every week. We are going to be in the process of decorating the set for the Christmas holiday. And yeah, it's just going to be festive in here and we're excited. So stay tuned for that.
Maybe there'll be some ugly Christmas sweaters.
Oh, interesting. Maybe we'll have a challenge.
We have a little, ooh, I like the idea of a challenge.
We'll see. Some fruitcake. Have you ever had fruitcake?
Oh my God, I love fruitcake.
Oh, really? Most people don't like fruitcake.
Maybe I'm one of the minority, but I actually quite like it. It's very dense. It's an acquired taste, that's
It is
for
an
sure.
acquired taste. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving on Thursday. And we will be back here next Saturday.
So thankful. We're so thankful for you guys. So thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
But guys, while you're here, you might as well click over there to watch another episode of Lowdown.
And while you're there, you might as well hit that subscribe button as well, because I mean, we're going to be doing a lot of cool and fun stuff over Christmas time, and you don't want to miss that, do you?
Yeah.